Hello everyone. This is going to be kind of a different video today. This is going to be about wiring your Touchmaster, and same with the Touchmaster Delta. They have the same wire connections to be able to get the maximum functionality out of your Siren system. So the Touchmaster here comes with several different wires. Now these are wire extensions here, so I'll be sure to go through each individual wire just so you don't get lost through this whole process. So the first wire you should take note of is your black wire, which is your ground wire. There's only one, so you're going to go ahead and connect that to your negative power terminal. The other ones are going to be your, it's a thicker wire, like a 10 gauge wire. This is going to be your W lights or warning lights. And if you want to have, that's going to be for your slide switch. So if you want power to your slide switch, if you have anything hooked up there, you're going to want to hook this wire up here to power. The other wire you're going to have is one called access, an access wire. And that wire is going to supply power for your takedown, your left alley, your right alley, and your auxiliary functions if you choose to do so. I'll get that in the frame there. And then your third red wire here is going to be labeled Siren. So that's obviously going to handle all your Siren tones. So these are going to be your primary wires that you're going to want to hook up. You should also have another wire here, your ignition wire. And what it's supposed to do is illuminate your the little lights inside whenever the ignition is turned on, so you can see it at night. But what I have done is, and it also connects to your RLS. It should give your RLS a momentary power. So there's a trick out there that most of you probably already know, and that's you can make a jumper wire from your RLS to your horn ring, so you can use the RLS to control your Siren when it's on sweep. So if you want that to work, you're going to want to connect that ignition wire to power as well. So we'll go ahead and connect those all up. Now just apply positive power. Depending on how many wires, it might be a little tricky to get them all in there. And then that's our ignition. So now you should have full power to your system. Obviously, I don't have a Siren speaker hooked up, so whatever tones you're going to hear are going to come out of just the driver, which is super faint, so you probably won't even hear that. But that's how you hook up the Touchmaster. And the same thing applies for the Touchmaster Delta. Here, the wire setup should look similar. You'll have your warning lights, which is going to be this one here. But what I have done here, or rather what the owner previously has done, is he took the Siren, the warning lights, and the ignition and connected them all into one wire here. So this is just one now. You connect to positive power, and that'll give you your warning lights as well as your Siren and ignition. And this is the access wire here. So this other red one is the access wire. So you're going to want to hook that up to positive power. And of course the black wire is the negative. And in a previous video I had already showed that this one has been already, the RLS has already been hooked up to the horn ring. So that's going to be pretty much it as far as wiring goes. With the Touchmaster, there's also, from the previous video, those dip switches back there. And those should already be hooked up from the manufacturer. There's not really a reason to open it up to get back there, so they should all be hooked up. If they're not hooked up, then, or if they don't change the tones after switching them, then that's going to be an internal issue problem. And you would have to take all these screws out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the whole, undo these plugs here, take the whole thing apart, and try to rewire those. Now, thankfully, mine's not broken like that, and so it works fine, but more likely than not, it should work. There shouldn't be a reason why it would not work. So that is how to wire up your Siren system. Hope that you found that helpful, and if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to take a look at it. Just leave your comments below. Thanks very much and have a great day.